You may be seated. Greetings, family and friends of Martin University. I am Dr. Maddie Jones, Provost and Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs. Welcome to Martin University's 54th Commencement Ceremony. On behalf of President Huddleston, I would like to welcome the Honorable Deputy Mayor Judith Thomas, Martin Board of Trustees, and First Lady Huddleston. Welcome to all the parents, family, and friends here to celebrate the graduating class of 2023. We would like to thank the Performing Arts Conservatory for their rendition of Pomp and Circumstances. This year marks the third year that Martin University has incorporated presenting the Kente stole to our graduates as a graduating gift. The meaning of the Kente stole: the cloth is traditionally worn by kings and queens in Ghana. The Kente cloth covers have specific symbolic meaning and remind us of what is important. Red, the sacrifices of those who came before us. Yellow, the wealth of our people. Green, the richness of our ancestral line. Thank you for my second eyes. Black, the oneness of our origin and people. The meaning of the stripes. This pattern on the stole is called Babadua, which translates to strength. The Babadua tree is used for building fences, roofs, barricades during war, and inspires this stripe pattern. The chief's throne on your stole represents power, prestige, and authority. The throne is placed on the stole to symbolize our rule as leaders. As Indiana's only predominantly Black university, it is an honor to gift the graduating class of 2023 with the Kente stole. At this time, we invite you to stand for the presentation of colors by Arsenal Technical Color Guard, ROTC. Afterwards, the singing of the national anthem by Mrs. Vanessa Harris, and the invocation by one of our own Martin University alumni, Pastor Howard.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet
Shall we pray? Glorious God, in this moment of commencing and celebration, we implore you initially to enter into this space with guidance and blessings as we reassure ourselves the blessings of Jeremiah, plans to prosper and not to harm, plans to give hope and a future. We ask you also, God, to engulf us with your spirit and strengthen us to celebrate our increase in knowledge, our increase in skills, our increase in insight, our increase in boldness and decision-making for our future as leaders for and with our communities. Also, God, we ask you to enable us with the power as we commence to conquer, to overcome, to subdue, and master every obstacle and snare that will attempt to hinder us from experiencing our greater purpose. Finally, God, we ask you to allow us to be enlightened by the words of Helen Stainer Rice, as she said, knowledge comes from learning, but wisdom comes from you. Amen.
You may be seated. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me change it. Good afternoon, everyone. All right. My name is Dr. Sean Huddleston. I have the privilege and honor of serving as the 5th president of the Martin University. Now, I just want to be clear, I was originally slated to sing the national anthem. I don't know what happened. I get bumped every year. I don't know. So pray for me for next year. This is going to be I have the distinct honor of welcoming you here this morning, but also to acknowledge several important and key members of our community who are here with us today. And so first and foremost, I would like to acknowledge and thank the Board of Trustees for Martin University. So could you please stand and be acknowledged, all of our wonderful members of trustees. Thank you. I also want to recognize and acknowledge the fantastic and unmatched faculty of Martin University. Would you please all stand? I'd like to acknowledge the members of our administrative cabinet, our leadership team here at the university. Please stand. And all of our fantastic staff members who you see seated here, would you all please stand and wave and just let them know that this event is happening because you are here today. We are truly a family that is focused on how we come together to make sure that our students have a white glove experience at Martin University. And so we are privileged and pleased and honored to be able to serve all of you and to celebrate the class of 2023 here tonight. Thank you. Thank you all. And at this time, it is my I'm so humbled and privileged to bring to the stage now the Honorable Deputy Mayor Judith Thomas, who will bring words on behalf of the city, the mayor, and for Martin University.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful national anthem. I go to a lot of events. Best one I've yet to hear. Amazing. Gotta get your name. So on behalf of Mayor Joe Hogsett and the city of Indianapolis, I am truly honored to be here with you today among good friends, old friends, family friends that I was not expecting to see today. They're truly an inspiration to see them. And thank you, of course, to Dr. Huddleston, the Board of Trustees and the staff, and the students for this special invitation. Your work here at Martin University is crucial to the future of our city. Martin University is the legacy of an incredible leader, a man of great faith, Father Boniface Hardin. What a visionary to create Indiana's only predominantly black institution of higher education with the goal of elevating our community and our city. Yes, he was and always will be an inspiration. And you honor him by choosing Martin University and committing to your education. So congratulations to you all in the commitment of education and self-improvement. It's so important. And as the great George Washington Carver once said, I know of nothing more inspiring than that of making discoveries for oneself. You are the future of your family, this city, this state, this country. Your unique talents, intelligence, and perspective and capabilities are what we need to make our nation great. Educator and theologian Howard Thurman once said, there is something in every one of you that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. It is the only true guide you will ever have. And if you cannot hear it, you will spend all of your days on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls for you. Now is the time for you to take the next steps in your lives and in your careers. As I'm sure you know, life is not easy, even when you do the right things, even when you make the right choices, but please stay the course, never give up. You will have your own struggles, your own heartbreaks, but own them, learn from them, build from them, and tell the story to encourage others. You are creating your own legacy, and that is powerful. It is authentic. When you are seeking inspiration, look to learn about your own history, where your parents came from, your grandparents, their struggles. Many times you don't have to look outside your own family to get that kind of inspiration. Ask questions to your mother, your father, your uncle, your grandparents. Record it for future generations. You will learn of so many struggles and successes, people that fought through adversity and came out winning. Their history and DNA is in you. It's in all of us. Someone paved the way for you to be here, and you are doing the same for the next generation of your cousins, siblings, your children, church members, fellow team members, younger kids in your community. People are watching and learning from you. You are setting the standard. You are leading. You never know when people are watching you. Just imagine who you have already inspired by setting goals and working to obtain a college degree and education. Surround yourself with others with similar goals to better themselves. Always seek knowledge. Set an example for the next generation. And when you get a seat at the table, pull up a chair for someone else. Encourage and empower someone else. Be your authentic self and own it. It's what makes you, it is your superpower. So no matter what you've gone through, the good, the bad, and the ugly, your perspective and experiences are valuable. Use them. Johnny Coleman, a founder of Christ Universal Temple, said, "Where is the power? Not on the inside, but within. Thoughts are things. You are the thinker and that thinks the thought that makes the thing. If you don't like it, then change your thought. Make it what you want it to be." My position as Deputy Mayor of Neighborhood Engagement for the City of Indianapolis is to make connections to resources and opportunities, to see where there is a need and work as hard as possible to fulfill that need for the residents of Indianapolis, to be a resource. My job is to listen to people. It is a sprint and a marathon, but I am so proud and excited and honored to even be considered for this position. And I'm ready for the task, but it has taken a lot for me to get here, and it can be hard, especially as a Black woman and a Black American. We as a country have never truly addressed the effects that are a result of slavery, Black codes, and Jane Crow. Not only do we need to educate others, we need to educate and empower ourselves about our own history. So find your passion, what you love, find a way to take that passion and turn it into helping others and leading others. Be the change you want to see, both professionally and personally. You continue to change and transform, we all do, but be true to yourself. Accept the setbacks, the disappointments, and the failures. It builds character and prepares you for your next challenge and your next success. There is a call to action. Your city and your community need you. We need volunteers in every way. Connect with your neighborhood organizations. See how you can help with neighborhood cleanups, crime watch programs, and economic development in your neighborhoods. Simply be the voice and an advocate for where you live. Find a youth organization that needs mentors for young people. Become a coach. We need you to engage, and some of you already are, I know this. So congratulations on choosing to educate and empower yourselves to be the best you can be, laying a foundation for the future, because the best is yet to come. Congratulations.
Man, Judith Thomas just said, when you get a seat at the table, pull up a chair for somebody else. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for the, I'm sure each and every person sitting here today was truly inspired and educated on what you just shared. So thank you so much. That was fantastic. I'd now like to welcome to the stage Joe Perkins, Chair of the Board of Trustees for Martin University, also serves as Senior Vice President and General Counsel for Citizens Energy.
Thank you, Dr. Huddleston. As Dr. Huddleston said, my name is Joe Perkins, and I have the honor of serving as the chair of the Board of Trustees for Martin University, serving with this wonderful group of people over here. On behalf of the trustees of Martin University, I extend a warm welcome to these commencement ceremonies. Our congratulations to the graduates and to those family members and friends who supported them on the educational journey. I think graduates, let's recognize the family and friends who have supported you, please. We, the trustees of Martin University, are honored to serve Martin because it is a special place. And there is nothing that reinforces that belief more than being present today at commencement. Our founding president and vice president, Father Boniface Hardin and Sister Jane Schilling, made sure that commencement at Martin is a special day. Today we continue that tradition. President Huddleston and Martin staff continue the tradition of making sure that Martin's commencement is a beautiful and meaningful occasion. We are thankful for them and for the faculty who nurtured the talent we see before us. Our founding president, Father Hardin, had a fondness for liberal arts learning and service to the community. This led to an emphasis on programs at Martin which would produce self-knowledge and wisdom. Self-knowledge and wisdom. Father Hardin believed that knowledge and wisdom are complementary. And at a university like Martin, you can gain knowledge, but to be wise is to know how to use your knowledge, not only to benefit yourself, but the community around you. So, if Father Hardin, whose picture is right over here on the wall, if he was here today, he might say to the graduates, yes, you have reached graduation day. Congratulations, you have learned a lot, but be sure that you use it well. So today, at this milestone, we as trustees urge you to carry this legacy forward, to be a force for all that is good and true in whatever path you take. And you heard the Deputy Mayor say this, and I'm going to reinforce it. We need you. The city of Indianapolis needs you. The nation needs you. And the world needs you. We know that all of you have conquered some challenges to reach this point. And so, yes, you absolutely have. And so, knowing that you have overcome those challenges that you have faced, I'm thinking about a quote from a lyric from my favorite musical artist, the late Prince. And Dr. Huddleston, this is not one of those Prince lyrics. This is a family occasion, but here is the lyric, and it's very simple. And this is to our graduates. You are beautiful, loved, and blessed. We, the trustees, have confidence that you will make the world a better place. So on behalf of the trustees of Martin University, I extend our heartfelt admiration and best wishes to all of the graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Perkins. Thank you for those inspiring words. I would like now to introduce Ms. Marilyn Jenkins, class of 2022, who will present a student reflection. Following Ms. Jenkins will be Mrs. Hawkins, presenting the class of 2023 with a student reflection.
Praise God. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Jones. My heart is beating so fast, so if you would be so kind and somebody look at your next neighbor and say, this is what grace and mercy looks like. To our president, yes, God is able. To our president, Dr. Huddleston, Dr. Jones, Board of Trustees, alumni faculty, families, guests, and my fellow graduates, good afternoon. First, I want to congratulate the phenomenal 2023 graduating class of Martin University, representing the results of academia leadership of Martin University, the only predominantly black institution of higher education in the state of Indiana. Take a bow. Yes. Yes. What I see represented in this room right now is greatness, black excellence. So please join me and give yourselves a round of applause. This is a celebration that requires a hand clap of praise of what God has ordained. The class representing the results of academia leadership of Martin University. I applaud you, men and women, because what you're representing today is the result of hard work and perseverance, belief in yourselves, and faith in God that said, yes, I can. It is an honor to be able to address you today as a fellow 2022 academic honor graduate, alumni, woman of color, 70-year-old grandmother, all that in a bag of chips. There are two words I want you all to say. Look at somebody and say, be intentional. I would ask that you be intentional in developing your resume, showcasing this achievement of greatness to the world that you have earned your place of recognition. It's time to put that portfolio potential to work. So I encourage you to keep yourself innovative. Put your signature of greatness on yourself and on your leadership abilities to undertake not only the fulfillment of your dreams, but to make a positive difference in the lives of others. You see, after years of being fooled, I soon found out that the Publishing Clearinghouse was not going to try to help a sister out and bring that $5,000 to my house. So see, I had to become innovative and intentional, and I went back to school. I chose Martin primarily because of the standard of excellence, the vision upon which it was founded by Father Hardin and Sister Jane. My resume speaks of the cumulative results of supportive learning that I was surrounded in right here. As a matter of fact, there should be an international news headline that says, Martin University sets the standard for master class learning. Martin ignited a passion in my heart and purpose of advocacy for the underserved. I am acutely aware of the negative outcomes and disparities in mental health care. So each of you, be intentional to advocate for those whose voice have been lost and have had their way stagnated by the crippling effects of mental illness, bias, poverty, disparities, addictions, and lost hope. Tell yourself, I am the hope that the future generation is counting on. Yes, there will be challenges and life events, but make it happen. Don't take a no. Take your place. There is a burning need in this country for positive action. The epidemic of suicide is a growing concern. Domestic violence, which is my personal platform that I advocate for after losing my baby sister to this insidious disease. I challenge you to be a better version of yourself today than yesterday, to be a better version tomorrow than today. Establishing your worth is not about making money. It's about making a positive difference. See, money can buy you a bed, but it can't buy you sleep. Michelle Obama addressed the graduating class at Tuskegee University and said, "The real currency in life is empathy, integrity, and compassion." So I implore you to spend that kind of fortune on making a difference with those attributes. If opportunity doesn't knock, then build a door. In the words of Dr. Dorothy Herron, this is the day that the Lord has made. In summary, graduates, it's our time now. To education that I got here, forged my path in receiving my master's in psychology next year at Grand Canyon University. Believe me, there's a standard of excellence anchored within each degree that each and every one of you will receive today. Honor it, use it, embrace the fact that you are uniquely qualified to change society, to change the systems. Use it to change the world. I have looked forward to telling this class it was the quality professors and instructors who were intentional in providing professional guidance, wise counsel, and whose knowledge base was exceptional. And I personally thank Dr. Ronnie Hiller, Mr. J.L. Mize, and Dr. Ted Hall for their valuable insights and support. Let me keep it real. It was the professors and the instructors at Martin who played a pivotal role, who gave their heart and soul and made our success their goal, which is why we're all here today. So be the motivation that will inspire future generations to endeavor for greatness. Guide them in removing that blanket of complacency and procrastination from their minds, which makes it so comfortable for years to dream about their future rather than pursuing it. You are now able to add your own affirmations of success with alumni past and present. This is the place to be to reach your destiny, because Martin is anchored in the triple A's, anchored in allegiance to the legacy that will always be built, anchored in achievements from the many who have paved the way, and anchored in academic greatness that is represented in all of us today. It has been my pleasure and my privilege to congratulate you on your success. My name is Elder Marilyn Jenkins. To God be the glory, and I approve this message.
Hello, all, and thank you for attending and celebrating the class of 2023. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this Martin University commencement ceremony. Reflecting on my journey, I want to share some motivation. I don't want to act too high and mighty, because tomorrow I may fall down on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine. I thank you for rain. I thank you for joy, and thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. I stand before you, Antonisha Marez Hoskins, Black excellence in the flesh. I don't think y'all heard me. I said, I stand before you, Antonisha Marez Hoskins, Black excellence in the flesh. I am thankful that I was able to make both the dean's and the president's list each and every term. I'm a fighter, a survivor, a winner, and a child of God. In fact, graduates, let me remind y'all, you all are too fighters, winners, survivors, and children of God. Our experiences here at Martin may have been overwhelming, yet very joyful, an overall testament that anything we put our minds to, we can achieve it. In 2013, I enrolled in college, and in that same year, I lost my daughter, then my child's father, and I quit. I let grief, guilt, and life defeat me. I let these things steal my joy, steal my confidence, and trick me out my purpose. But fast forward to 2018, I walked into Martin University and I became a student. I let that same grief, guilt, and life motivate me. I needed something to do with my fear. I needed an identity. I needed to reinvent Antonisha because I had 3 beautiful children who believed in me and needed someone to be their superhero. See, me growing up, I never really had a superhero or anybody I looked up to, but God. Through the Martin experience, I experienced faculty who aren't blood related treating me like family. My classmates encouraged me when I didn't have it in me to encourage myself. I never could have imagined having such a busy life, but being hungry to get in class each week. Sometimes it just seemed like a fellowship, like a revival that we all needed. Each semester has been a victory. I was excited to sit down and show my family my grades, my invitations to the honor programs, text my GPA to my 16-year-old son, and he replied with a matching GPA because he not only does as I say, he does as I do. All along, I knew my capabilities, but now I actually believe them. My 3 children, James, a legend, and Alice, were my courage and are my motivation. See, sometimes we get so caught up in the bad or the things that aren't going right for us, and we forget to celebrate the small victories. How many of us here have doubted ourselves or felt that it's not the right time? I know I have. But when fear is staring you in the face, the right time will never come. Graduates, today we deserve to be celebrated because we are Martin. We're motivated, active, radiant, tenacious, improved, noble. We are these things and so much more. Behind you are all your memories. Before you are all your dreams. Around you are all who love you. Check this out. But within you is all that you need. I wrote a poem for us. It's called A Graduate. When times get hard, chin up. When the odds are against me, I refuse to give up. Well, of course, I'm a mother, a student, and many more things. But today marks the day that I accomplished one of my dreams. I'm sophisticated, inspiring, I'm accessible, and admirable. I captured your attention with my inclusive undergraduate student experience. I'm a student who's faced challenges during my time in college. Not only did I gain a degree, I obtained more knowledge. I found my courage, my voice, and my peace. My Bachelor of Science liberal arts degree. I have a minor in business and I plan to use it. And from one student to another student to the future students, you too can do this. You can join us, have the Martin Works experience, be a part of the Martin movement, overcome adversity and dream big. Make your dreams a reality. Today we did.
Wow. Sister, thank you for those words, both of you. Another important tradition at Martin University Commencement is presenting Martin graduates with the Sister Jane Schilling and Triumph Awards. To present This year's recipients is Ms. Angela Adams, our academic advisor.
Hello, everyone. Ooh, Antonisha, that's a hard act to follow, girl. Whew, okay. The Sister Jane Schilling Award symbolizes the endeavors of a person who dedicates their life to education and service to the community. This award, given to a student who embodies the accomplishments of Sister Jane Schilling in their pursuit of higher education. The award recognizes an undergraduate or graduate student who has consistently demonstrated a dedication to serving and inspiring fellow Martin University students in spite of personal challenges or situations. This person has been selected by chairpersons and faculty members and nominated as a graduating student who will meet all of the criteria and qualifications. So this year, I would like to announce that the Sister Jane Schilling Award student is Bianca Winston. Bianca is one of our wonderful teacher prep students. There goes her, over there, Dr. Dickerson rooting her on. Congratulations, Bianca. Next is our Triumph Awards. The Triumph Award is given during commencement to a graduating student, an undergraduate student who has the highest grade point average. But we are very proud to announce this year that we have 3 students receiving Triumph Awards. So let me get the names. First student will be Mr. Edgar Fakarai. These students all have a 4.0 GPA. Next student is Miss Kristen Ligon, 4.0 GPA. Next student, Miss Asha Martin. And excuse me, you all, I was wrong. We have 4 4.0 GPAs. Next, Ms. Latrice Williams Carter. This year, this is so special because those that are coming before you have worked very hard to reach this goal of a 4.0 GPA. They have persevered. They have overcome tremendous obstacles in the pursuit of their education. We're also excited to recognize their accomplishments here at Martin University.
How's everybody doing? Y'all doing all right? I know you are. Today's a special day. And we have some important things to do today with regard to graduation. Chief among them are celebrating those who are sitting before you today who have persevered and overcome tremendous odds and obstacles to pursue their education. However, we are also excited to recognize a few other accomplishments made on the campus of Martin University in 2023. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Are you ready? before you switch slides, don't switch slides yet because I wasn't going to do this, but I don't feel like we can go forward without it. Can I have Sister Sakura Melvin stand up? Y'all celebrate her. This is one of the few times where I can also call up Sanika Melvin. Why don't you stand up? This is the mother. That is the daughter. Do I have a witness in this place? Y'all celebrate two generations who encourage each other to walk across the stage at the same time. Hey, to the man. All right, I'm good. Now, next, we want to recognize Gracia Cruz Sanchez. Her picture should show up on the screen. She is our first graduate from the Martin University's High School Equivalency Education for All program, designed to assist individuals who overcome numerous challenges but want to pursue a college degree. Next, we're going to have her stand again. We recognize Bianca Estes Winston. Y'all give her a hand. She is our second student to graduate from Martin University's new teacher preparation program for highly qualified urban teachers training and licensing, which focuses on educating and serving children in preschool through the 6th grade. Celebrate her right now, come on. All right, next, we congratulate, and we're going to ask him to stand again, Edgar Fakarai. Come on, celebrate it. And I'm going to ask one of our trustees from Eskenazi, is she here? Is she here? Where is she? Could you stand, please? The CEO of Eskenazi Health. Now, y'all listen. Listen to this. Today, Edgar will be one of the first to not only receive his degree through the Martin Works Apprenticeship Program, he will also secure a full-time job at Eskenazi Health in the IT department. Come on, somebody. Yeah. And lastly, he's going to put up a video. Here come some of them now, have achieved an important milestone in their academic journey. Come on up, come on up, come on up. On May the 16th, 2023, they received their high school diplomas along with college credit in early childhood education. Since fall semester of 2022, 11th and 12th grade students who, listen to this, these students who attended Grad Academy have earned a total of 108 college and 36 high school credits while maintaining a cumulative GPA of 3.41. They're going to shake the hand of Dr. Sean Huddleston, Dr. Maddie Jones, and Professor Tony Dickerson as these two become 2 of 4 students who have already enrolled as full-time Martin University students for the fall of 2023. Congratulations. Y'all celebrate them all. Come on.
Wow. Thank you, Angela and Pastor Garten, and congratulations to all this year's recipients. I would now like to introduce Martin University's We went a while without a choir. We decided we could not be predominantly black university without a choir. So we now have a new community choir. The director is Mr. Terrence Denny. Mr. Denny is a music producer, educator, and father with roots in Gary, Indiana. Mr. Denny hails from a music family best known as the Blakely Family Singers. Yes, his mother is a renowned national singing artist, and his father is an international bass player. As for Mr. Denny, he took after several family members and played the drums before he later discovered his love for keyboard. His talents have landed him 3 stellar award nominations, multiple music tours, and several production acknowledgments and placements. Mr. Denny has also recently served as a music director for 4-time Grammy Award winner artist Denise Williams. Mr. Denny earned his master's in music technology from IUPUI. He is currently a teacher in Indianapolis public school system. He has 2 children. In his free time, he likes to play and coach basketball and softball. Mr. Denny and the Martin University, our new Martin University choir beginning, will now lead us all in the singing of the National Black Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. She'll let you all stay standing. All right. Will the graduating class of 2023 please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, these candidates have completed all academic requirements for their respective degrees, and on the recommendation of the faculty, President Huston and I are pleased to present to you Martin University's class of 2023.
Not so fast. So the class has been presented. Now I have to accept this class. So I'm gonna need some help with this. Family and friends of the class of 2023, should I accept this class? Yeah. I think I heard one no. Let me try it again. Should I accept this class? All right. That's a lot of pressure. Thank you all. Congratulations. You may be seated. You are accepted. So I first want to, once again, just like everyone else, congratulate you all. My heart is so full at every one of our commencements, but especially this one, because of all that we have celebrated today. It just really personifies what Martin University is all about. It is our why. I love when I'm around Donnell Howard, one of our alums, because he constantly refers to Martin University as the greatest university in the United States of America and the world. And he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. So it just fills me so much. Now, I do feel a little slighted at times, like, you know, they didn't ask me to be in the choir. You know, sometimes that's a little problematic for me, but yet and still, this is an amazing time. This is an amazing time for you. So while you all have earned the right to be here every day, you've done it through commitment, through perseverance, through a unique focus on getting to this day, there's some of you who are sitting out there that took it just a step further, went up just one more notch, or 2 or 3 more notches. And so while all of you are graduating with some level of honor for just being here, some of you, through your perseverance and through your hard work in the classroom, are doing that with honors and with distinction. And so, in higher education, there are 3 different types of distinctions. The first is called cum laude. And cum laude, or cum laude, sometimes referred to as students who receive a 3.45 or 3.64 cumulative GPA, and it means graduating or completing with distinction. So will those who are graduating cum laude please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your hard work. So then there's something even a little bit higher than that. And they are graduating with a 3.65 to a 3.84 GPA as magna cum laude, which means with great distinction. With great distinction. And would you please stand if you're graduating magna cum laude? Now there's one person who I am going to ask to stand, because although it is not noted in the program that you have, she is graduating with a cumulative 3.81 GPA, and that is Antonisha Hoskins. Please stand. Thank you for all you do. You may be seated. And last but not least, the people who just went all out and achieved either from a 3.85 to a 4.0 and received summa cum laude, which means of highest distinction. Would you please stand and be recognized? So you heard, you may be seated. So you heard, they're like, So you heard both Marilyn and Antonisha talk about Black excellence. In fact, excellence is one of the core values of Martin University. If you don't recognize this as excellence, I don't know what excellence is. Give them one more round of applause. So as I was thinking about all of you today, something interesting occurred to me. Now, to be clear, I want you to know that I don't consider myself to be a numerologist or someone who follows the meaning of numbers on a regular basis. I don't even really follow astrology, although shout out to all the Virgos. I don't really do that, right? But it did occur to me that when you add up the single digits of 2023, you add up the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 3, you arrive at the number 7, right? And many interpretations of the Bible suggest that 7 is a number of completion or perfection. So I found it perfect that we're celebrating the completion of your dynamic undergraduate and graduate journeys at Martin University today as the class of 2023. But the other interesting thing is how we are celebrating you today. So some people use the terms graduation and commencement interchangeably. They think they mean the same thing, and they actually don't. So graduation is just completing the classes. It's just completing all the requirements to be able to have a degree conferred upon you. Commencement is why we're here today. Commencement is the actual ceremony that celebrates your graduation. And we know that graduation comes from a root word. It comes from the root word graduate or gradual, which means essentially there are levels to this. Those levels mean progression. That's why you have freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. In every year of your gradual progression, you gain more knowledge, you gain more information, and you gain more ability to be able to get to that next level. So graduation is the process and the progress combined, correct? Commencement also has a root word, and it means to commence, to start something. And so it's interesting that as we celebrate commencement, we always think about the end of the journey that was written by graduation. But it's actually the start of something. Commencement is the start of something. And I think we ought to look at it as the start of the new you. The very first day that you become somebody different. So let's talk about what we're starting. So first, today is the day that you're able to refer to yourself, the first day you're able to refer to yourself as someone who's earned a bachelor's or master's degree. And for me, that meant being able to do things like not having to wonder if my work experience alone was enough to convince somebody to give me the job that I wanted. I didn't have to look at those ads and when they say college degree preferred but not required, because all I have to do is to get in there and just let me talk to them, I can get through it. But when they say required, I had to keep on going past it, right? It also meant the alignment with people I admired and respected and not having to continue to keep saying to people, I'm going to go back one day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish. Just when the time is right, I'm going to do it. It just ain't the right time. So today, all that ends. It ended for me, though, and it ends for you, too. But most of all, it also meant adding something that could never be changed to my persona and my legacy. So today, you are building a legacy that will never be changed. And you ought to feel proud about that. So, just as this is the start of the new you, it's also the start of the day that you begin creating a new chapter in your autobiography. It means that you have to do something with this moment after you walk across the stage and when you move those tassels from the right to the left. Your next is just as important as your now because your now is required for your next. So some of you out here have been waiting to wear that next for a long time. You know how you have a really sharp outfit that you picked it out for a special event and you like, oh, I can't wait, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna wear this, then the shoes, the hat, everything is gonna kill it. And you've been putting it up for a little while and then you get a chance to actually put it on. That's what today is about. Today is when you get to actually wear that next. And so, class of 2023, your moment is right now. Don't let your next stay put up because you've been waiting to wear it. The village is waiting to see you in it, and you need to show the rest of the world how it is supposed to be worn. So what I'm most excited about today, is that your next will have Martin University all over it. There's no question that you are the designer and owner, but next will also include Martin University as part of the fabric forevermore. So once again, I want to congratulate each and every person in the class of 2023. Now, there are members who are here in the audience who are looking at you, and some are saying, I might think about going to Martin University. Some are saying, I might want to be in your shoes. Well, guess what? We got something for you. We got two people who are here in the audience or who are standing around in gold coats, waving their hands, that will be able to provide you with any information you need. So one day, please join these fine people in walking across the stage. But today, let's celebrate the class of 2023. Thank you all. And now, I'd like to direct all of the ambassadors for this commencement to prepare the class for distribution of their degrees.
Andrea Adams, Masters of Science, Community Psychology, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Crystal Brown, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Brandy Doss, Master of Science, Community Psychology, Honors Summa Cum Laude, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Jeremiah Jett, Master of Science, Community Psychology, Magna Cum Laude, Clinical and Counseling Studies. Antoine Johnson, Master of Science, Community Psychology, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Mary L. Granger, Master of Science, Community Psychology, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Brenda McMitchell, Master of Science, Community Psychology, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Jonathan Mitchell, Master of Science, Community Psychology, Magna Cum Laude, Certificate of Clinical and Counseling Studies. Kayla Benford, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Jasmine Black, Bachelor of Science, Liberal Arts. Marla Brewer, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Tamia Dixon, Bachelor of Science, Applied Science and Software Applications, cum laude. Bianca Winston, Bachelor of Science, Teacher Prep Program, Pre-K through 3rd grade. Edward Farkawai, Bachelor of Science, Applied Science and Software Applications with a minor in Business Administration, summa cum laude. Antonisha Hoskins, Bachelor of Science, Liberal Arts, minor in Business Administration, summa cum laude.
Y'all might walk regular, but I ain't. Y'all might walk regular, but I ain't.
Marilyn Jenkins, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, minor in Religious Studies, summa cum laude.
Praise be to God. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. Woo! Thank you, Robert and Kelsey.
Crystal Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Kristen Ligon, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, summa cum laude. Asha Martin, Bachelor of Science, Addictions Counseling, summa cum laude. Seneca Melvin, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education. Sakara Melvin, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, minoring in Addictions Counseling, magna cum laude. Alicia Shannon, Bachelor of Science, Liberal Arts, minor in Psychology. LaQuadra Offit, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, Psychology, minor in Psychology, magna cum laude. Donnell Smith, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, minor in Addictions Counseling, cum laude.
I'd like to thank the Lord, my mama, my wife.
Timothy G. Taylor, Bachelor of Science, Liberal Arts, summa cum laude. Danielle Williams, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Latrice Williams Carter, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, summa cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the class of 2023, Martin University. Now we have one more important task to do to make you official graduates of Martin University and usher you into becoming alumni of Martin University. This is our tassel ceremony. So the traditional moving of the tassels from the right to the left is symbolic of the connection between your head and your heart to who you'll be next. That's why the tassel hangs over your heart. So, class of 2023, you have completed all requirements necessary to be a graduate of Martin University. Please stand. On the count of three, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side of your hats. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. Now, we know there is no self-made person on this earth. In fact, I never get on a stage without acknowledging one of the main person in my life who helps me be Dr. Huddleston, who allows me to do what I do and is the wind beneath everything. And that is my beautiful wife, Tasha, the First Lady of Martin University. So half of my ideas are hers. I just steal them, so y'all know this goes up. But I want you to do something. I want you to turn around, and I want you to acknowledge your village, everybody who helped get you here today. Y'all can do better than that. Now, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a couple years at commencement, but I want all of the children to come forward. Every child in that audience, come forward. Come right up here front. All right. I want y'all to come up. Okay, first, I want y'all to look at me for a minute. All right, turn around for a second. We're going to try to make this quick. I want y'all to look at me. All of the children of our graduates, are y'all proud? Is this going to be you one day? Can you make that promise right now? This will be you one day? Okay. I want y'all to really, really understand what just happened here in this moment and know that you are the future that today has created. So thank you for allowing us to be in your lives and be in your families and help your mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers, aunts, and uncles be as successful as they are. You're our future. Okay, y'all can go sit down. Because this ain't about you right now. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Absolutely. I love doing that because I want to make sure that everybody sees and understands the generations. Understand that when we talk about Martin University and we say that we are creating personal and generational legacies, that's what that means. All right. So at this time, I will ask our Martin University alumni president, Dr. Dorothy Heron, to come and induct you into the Martin University Alumni Association.
Wow. How amazing. I feel like the mother of all of you. Hallelujah. All right. On behalf of the Martin University Alumni Association, wait a minute, I think I need to stand. Need to stand. And I would like for all alumni to stand to take this pledge to a reminder. On behalf of the Martin University Alumni Association, we'd like to congratulate our 2023 graduate once again. Please give them a hand. You have been given the alumni recognition pin from the university. You're already standing, so raise your right hand. New alumni and the ones that's already went through this before. Just raise your hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Hereby solemnly pledge unbroken allegiance to Martin University. I pledge active membership in the Martin University Alumni Association. Wherever I may be, through association with fellow, through association with fellow alumni, I shall always to do my best to uphold the ideas and traditions of my alma mater, Martin U. Now stand, remain standing, and everyone stand for the singing of the Martin University.
Before we do that, there is one thing I need to do. Just please sit down for a second. We are going to do we're going to do the song in a second, but there's one special recognition that I need to make tonight, or today, I'm sorry. So back in 2020, it was my second commencement. We had to do it outside because of the pandemic, and planning for commencement almost leading up to the day, it was a hot mess, I will admit. It just wasn't going well. And so I reached in and asked someone to take over the planning, someone I knew who had an unwavering commitment and dedication to flawless execution, to excellence, and a solemn commitment to our students and making sure that that moment was so important. At the time, she was the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Maddie Jones. And then we elevated her to be the Executive Vice President and Provost. And it was automatic. Ever since then, she was to lead commencement. And every year she has done that flawlessly, outstanding for all of you and for all of your guests. In addition to that, and taking on the role of Executive Vice President and Provost, she re-energized the academic enterprise of this university, introducing new academic programs, recruiting the most outstanding faculty in the nation, and ensuring that every student got the support that they needed in the classroom and even outside of the classroom at times. She's been a stalwart, committed person, one of the best of Martin University, the best and the brightest. She is also a nationally recognized educator and consultant and subject matter expert on early childhood education and pre-K education programs. Highly sought after. Before she graced me with the honor of serving as our Executive Vice President, it's really what she was focused on full time. It's where her passion is. And so come August, Dr. Maddie Jones is going to return to that role, full-time consultant. And so she'll be leaving Martin University in that role, but she will never leave Martin University in her heart. Yeah. So this is the last commencement that she'll preside over, and I wanted to just take 1 second to thank her and acknowledge her for everything she's done for this university, and I hope you'll join me. Now, before I start crying, let's sing that song. So, we are going to ask you now to please stand for the singing of the Martin U Alma Mater performed by the Martin University Community Choir.
You have been our inspiration. You've been there to see us through. You're the source of education. We have found at Martin U. As we tread the path of learning, as we move to higher ground, you brought out the best within us, and you never let us down. Boldly face the future with all the knowledge that you gave. We can climb most any mountain. We can climb most any way. As we follow in the footsteps of the ones gone on before, the time has come for us to place our lamps beside the door. To light the way for others as they journey on their way. To make these hollow halls a place to learn and work and play. Now with heaven's up to guide us, with a love forever true. To our teachers and instructors, may God bless our Martin U. Martin U, Martin U, Martin U.
All right, if you could remain standing, if you could remain standing for the benediction, but we also have some instructions for all of our guests who are here tonight or today. I ask that you might remain in your seats until after all of the dignitaries and the board leave the room first, after which the graduates will leave. Once the graduates are outside of the room, then our guests are able to follow them and meet your graduates in the parking lot. Amen? All right. If you don't mind, bow your heads as we prepare to leave this place. Lord, God, we thank you today for what our eyes have seen, for what our ears have heard, and for what our hearts have felt. As we leave this place today, may we never, ever leave your presence. We acknowledge only you can make a day like today possible. Therefore, we are thankful for planting in our lives the seeds of mothers, fathers, grandparents, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, sons, daughters, grandchildren, family, and friends to support each and every one of our graduates through their journey. We thank them for encouraging us. We thank them for listening to us. And most of all, we thank them for praying with and for us. Lord, today we need to acknowledge that in 24 hours, there will be millions of people around the world who will celebrate the running of one race. Let it not be without our understanding that today we don't celebrate one race. We celebrate 27 races that have been ran and have been won. And it's because of what, God, you have allowed that we don't celebrate the running of this race alone. We celebrate with those who have blazed the trails of educational excellence with resilience and strength to never give up, because we realize that your word reminds us that this race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to those who endure to the end. So let us leave this place today and remember that it was you that brought us. It was you that kept us. It was you that allowed us to never give up and never give in. So we celebrate today, and we leave this place with celebration on our lips and recognition that it was you that allowed us to do it. So as we leave this place, go with us until we meet again. It is in the name of Jesus Christ that I pray. Let every heart say amen and amen. At this time, we will ask for the dignitaries, the board, to leave first, after which the graduates will leave, and then our family and friends will be allowed to leave. So in the back, you may be seated.